because you struck something again. Do for self, right? What does do for self represent? What does that represent? Where did it come from? And how is that? How are you translating that in this day and time?
Well, do for self come from different sources of people during different times.
Okay.
One time it came from W.D. Du Bois.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Where he was empowering black people to do for themselves, create their own jobs, create their own hotels, their own farms, you know, and then it went Elijah Muhammad, he took the same method and put it with the nation.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And they amplified it, you know what I'm saying, a little bit bigger than the boys.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the people really took it and ran with it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? For, their own personal situation as far as their families and things like that. Right. Like buying their own houses and not being in the projects and things like that, and starting restaurants and their own newspapers and things like that. So it came from those two sources, from me doing my homework and knowing my history and things like that.
Right.
So where I got it from was my grandfather and you know what I'm saying? They was in the nation back in the day. And, that was taught, my grandfather, Kenyatta Bay, you know what I'm saying? He had two restaurants, one on Broad and South, steak and take restaurants, and he had one on 24th and Tasker at the corner of the block. You feel what I'm saying?
He was doing for self.
He was, making sure that he was earning his own buck due to his own, hard labor that he was putting in for himself, for his family.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And, they could bear the fruits from his labor. Right. You know what I mean?
You looking up to that.
Right. From my grandfather personally.
You took that gem and ran with it.
Absolutely. And named my company Do for Self, right, because, I wanted to implement that same message, basically.
Independence.
Right, independence, you know what I'm saying, amongst
empowerment,
my peers and the youth and people even older than me. You feel what I'm saying? That don't know about that message or knew about it and forgot about it.
It's a very heavy message.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's a very heavy title to carry.
Right.
And it means so much more than the cliche way people take it.
Yeah, they don't really know.
That's why I want you to
that
get
is
in on it.
It's a double entendre.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To that joint, even a triple, you know what I mean?
For sure.
But some people just think that, Teefy Bay, he's selfish, or he do for self. He don't care about nobody but himself. He want all the money, he want all the fame, he want all the looks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't really know that I'm doing this shit for me and you and everybody else. You feel what I'm saying? So we all could, jump on that wave and try to better ourselves and our communities and our families.
Right. My introduction, right, to the Bay family, to y'all family, was through my guy, my companion, Kenyatta.
Right.
Kenyatta Jr.
Yeah, my uncle.
Yes, your uncle, right?
Right.
And the moment that I walked in on all y'all, we all got together, it was like, I felt the warm, because first of all, the whole family's Muslim.
Right.
It was just like, to me, like home base.
Absolutely.
Because y'all, the cut cloth that I'm used to.
Right.
And we Muslim, and it was just a real wholesome, y'all have a real wholesome family, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If the people don't know, real wholesome, real skin tight.
Right.
And people that don't know y'all personally take it the other way.
Right.
But when you dig in, it's really all about what it's supposed to be about, period.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm talking about?
You got some people that only got one brother, one cousin, one aunt, one mom.
Right.
They don't really have a big family.
Gotcha.
People don't come from them type of environments. So when I hear people hating on that type of situation,
right,
I basically know what type of person they are already.
They didn't have that.
They ain't had that. They ain't had that experience where, you know, you got your whole family living right next door to each other.
Right.
We got 3 houses on the same block.
Right.
We could sleep in any house. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Go get something to eat out of 3 different homes. Some people barely was having one meal to go home to. Right. We got 3 different houses to go get a meal from.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So that made us tight, made us love our family even more. My aunts, my uncles, my cousins, you know. Them shoes right there, they ain't that bad. I could rock them because your feet didn't grow too fast. Right. Yeah, let me get them Jordans. Let me get them new Jordans. Let me get them new.
Everybody looking out.
Yeah, everybody looking out for each other. We could do that because we family. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Even the breastfeeding. Mm-hmm. Like my aunt used to breastfeed my little brother. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, the suckler. Like it's the sooner. You feel me? Like people don't come from that aspect. You know what I'm saying?
They wouldn't understand.
They don't understand it. Yeah.
But basically, in a nutshell, right, it would be preposterous, right, if y'all was doing anything other than what y'all do.
Right.
How y'all move.
Absolutely.
You get where I'm coming from? You know, I grew up with not that big of a family, but not that small of a family, with the same type vibes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of familiar, like just the upbringing about.
Absolutely. Anybody that grew up in them type of situations gonna know the vibes.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It ain't hard to, you know what I mean, to see it. You know what I'm saying? Especially from a guy like yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I see you come from something bigger than yourself.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You could tell that certain cutting that certain experience just by rubbing up against it, right? Yeah. And that's why it's always a skin tight. Like I really love y'all dudes. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But my joint is right. We're gonna get into the music a little bit, right? Right. So what is Do4Self presenting these days? What's the move out? What's the new move out? You got any new artists other than yourself?
Yeah.
You got a new project out.
I got a new project, Tears on the Payment. I just dropped that, you know what I mean? It's like all the feelings and things that I was going through while I was in prison, losing my son, you know, coming back out into society and, you know, getting a feel for how society moving today. So that's why I named it Tears on the Payment. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, through all my trials and tribulations, you know what I'm saying, it was a little bumpy roads, and then I come back on the streets onto the pavement to really see what it's hitting for. Right. You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, I got a new artist named Kid Spade.
Kid Spade. Yeah. I just heard some fire from
Kid Spade, nice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fire.
Yeah, I got a new producer. His name Maz.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
and then, you know, it's just all about just, you know, creating content. Right. We're gonna shoot some more movies. We're gonna do some more series. For sure. We're gonna put some books out.
Yeah, we gotta
more music. We're gonna do everything.
Now listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Your project, right?
Yeah.
You gotta name some of the features you got on there.
I got Skrilla on there.
Right.
From Kensington. Right. You know what I mean? He on fire right now. He popping. I got my nephew on there, Brother Chaser. Right. That's my sister's son. And I got Kid Spade on there.
Fire, right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to overdo it with the features and stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's your job.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But a couple dudes, you know, said they got me on some features and stuff like that.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Kwani is one of them.
Yeah.
OT7 Kwani.
Kwani.
Yeah, he said he got me on the verse or whatever. Right. A couple other dudes from the town, from the city. You know what I'm saying? They want to lock in and get it. You know what I mean?
And I know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, you're revered in the city. I mean, your name, you know, people, you know, you respect it.
It's honorable.
Well respected, honorable.
Yeah.
You hold it with honor, you know what I mean?
Ain't no doubt.
So, what's the move out for the project? You got some videos, what you
Yeah,
doing?
I dropped one of the vids. I dropped Judges is on YouTube right now. You go, tap in,
Right.
rock with that. I got another one coming out called I See It.
I see it.
And then I got By the Rules. You know what I mean? By the Rules, that's gonna be my last one I drop. That's like a turn up joint. You know what I'm saying? I ain't wanna come right out with the turn up, you know what I mean, type vibe. So I came with the, the heartfelt type situations and stuff like that.
That experience, like you said, you wanted to let that out.
Absolutely.
Then you go ahead and party a little
bit.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and turn up. You know what I mean?
You feel me?
Yeah.
So look for that. Make sure y'all get that, download that.
Yeah, it's everywhere, man. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Pandora, Amazon Music. It's everywhere. You can find that.
Now we did a joint you just mentioned, movies, miniseries.
Yeah.
Did a joint Liddy City. We did that in Conglomerate, right?
Right.
I want to ask you, what's the plan with Liddy City? Do you want to make it a bigger situation? You want to make it a mini series? How are we gonna move with that?
Yeah, I want to definitely tap back into the Liddy City experiment that we were doing. Right. Experience, not experiment.
Right.
Experience that we done. I think it was fun.
It was fun.
It was before our time.
For
you know what I'm saying? Now that we got the, got that under our belt, got the experience with it, you know what I'm saying? I think that it could be better, it could be bigger.
Take it to another level.
Take it to another level, and just try to get some money off that motherfucker.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Try to bring them bucks in.
If anybody ain't see it, it's still streaming on YouTube. The numbers is up too. Go see that. It's a mini film and it's real heavy. Yeah. It's crazy because we kind of captured a long film storyline in a short film.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of genius in itself.
Absolutely.
How that went off, that was heavy.
Yeah, we did it. We did a nice job with that joint, man. Shout out to Matt Cannon. Shout out to Kareem the Dream. Shout out to the Twins. Everybody that was in the joint.
Mizzy, my little cousin.
Yeah, everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had a hell of a time. And everybody, still excited and want to do, you know what I'm saying, do more with that.
And we got everybody on deck too.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring them up and do a podcast too. Come back, we do a whole Liddy City podcast.
That's going to be dope. Yeah. And shout out Matt Cannon. Matt Cannon doing big things right now. He just shot Meek new video.
The new one,
right? Cybertruck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Matt Cannon. That's the one who shot Liddy City for us. That's your guy.
Yeah, we started out with Matt Cannon, doing videos and stuff like that. Now Matt Cannon blew up. Shout out Dougie on the beat. That was one of my producers. He blew up.
Right.
He did beats for Meek Mill. He did stuff for Ross, Lil Durk, G Herbo.
Right.
You know what I mean? Davies.
Dougie. That's all come from under the umbrella Do4Self.
That Do4Self. Too, you know what I'm saying? So it's an independent movement. You feel what I'm saying? Out of Philadelphia, that tasted success.
Are you looking to sign new artists as we speak?
Not too many.
Right.
But if it works, yes.
Right. And if they really got the full package.
Yeah, they got the full package. They ready. They want it more than I want it. Because sometimes I got the habit of wanting it more than them. You know what I'm saying? But if they want it more than me, then yes. You know what I'm saying? Come over to Do4Self. We still got the studio open. You know what I'm saying? We still running, plays out of that joint.
But come with the right
shit.
Mindset.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I don't normally get into this type, my platform, and I'm not gonna get into it but it's imperative that I make mention of one thing because it's relevant right now, right? And we ain't gonna get into, me on the goofy stuff, but I'm gonna make mention of it, right?
Yeah.
The guy Quilly.
Yeah.
Right, the rapper Quilly.
Yeah.
Just posted a joint. He seemed like he was somewhere secluded.
Right.
No, it seemed like it was echo when he was in a room somewhere.
Yeah.
Filming, you know, when he do the trolling thing, and he was naming a lot of names,
Right.
and you were one of them.
Yeah.
And so this the angle I want to go. This trolling thing, right? Is that to be taken serious? Is it to be taken comedic?
Right.
Like, how do we really take that? Especially if I was a guy in your shoes and somebody and your name was mentioned, so to speak. How do you take this from these guys? Because the way I look at it is somewhat comedic to me.
Right.
So I wouldn't take it serious.
Well,
but is that the approach for everybody? How does that trolling thing go?
I mean, trolling could be trolling in a fun way, but then sometimes it could be bad. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen the demise of many artists, you know what I'm saying, that was trolling, that got killed. You feel what I'm saying?
So it can get real serious.
It could get super serious.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Depending on the circumstance.
Depending on the circumstance, the level of disrespect.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Things like that. But it could be taken in a joking matter.
Right.
But sometimes people go too far with their situation with trolling.
Right.
Because they start becoming addicted. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So becoming addicted to anything, you know what I'm saying, can hurt you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? On a personal aspect.
So is entertainment intended by it? That's what I think I'm asking.
Not all the time. Sometimes it is, and majority of the times it's not.
Majority of the time is real shots.
Majority of the time is just a hating ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hating on another nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because he feel threatened by his status or who he are or
so what I think
like
I'm saying is why put that in front of everybody on the camera, love and mic love.
Because niggas be suckers on the love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line.
Right.
Like you just a weirdo and you just looking for attention, you fiending to try to keep your name relevant or try to stay popular.
So they do use it to account for something they
for a like in the stream.
There we go. That's what I'm saying.
They do it for likes and streams. They think people won't think that they popping and they somebody when they really ain't nobody.
For sure.
Majority of the time.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So they looking for what?
Attention.
Attention.
If it's negative.
Recognition.
Right.
All that type shit because they don't get it without the camera.
Just being them.
Yeah. Just going outside their door. Nobody saying, hello, how you doing? How was your day?
Right. They don't
you feel what I'm saying? They don't get that.
So they fiending for attention.
Yeah, they fiending for attention. They walk out their door, people look at them like they a piece of shit.
For sure.
You know what I mean? They don't get it.
Yeah, because I know, I'm glad you shedding light on it, but I know that it's not something that a regular or thorough dude would engage in.
Right.
You get me?
Nah, hell no.
And one more, which brings me to one more, then we're going to close, right? The WAC 100 platform. Do we own part of that Clubhouse platform?
I think so.
Okay. The Clubhouse platform, right?
Right.
And I ain't shooting at nobody, but I'm putting something out there in the ether that was always on the back of my mind, right? It sort of behooves me, right, to see or to listen to a bunch of men on a phone call, going back and forth with each other. That ain't the kind of stuff I'm used to or that I knew that men did,
right,
so to speak. So my question is that platform entertainment based too? Is that why they do that? Because other than that, what other reason would people get on a platform, men, going back and forth like they do as men, and we know the rule book for men,
right,
coming up. You know what I mean? What's to that? Is it for the likes and shit like you saying too?
We know we in 2024 and the rule book has changed a little bit.
Changed a little bit.
You feel what I'm saying? So
no, I just
they don't live up to those same standards. People don't live up to the same standards as back in the day no more. You feel what I'm saying? But they still try to keep that same demeanor from back in the day.
Gotcha.
So if you're gonna change with today's time, you can't still act like you on back in the daytime.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right. For sure.
So that's my whole thing with that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
It's basically space for that based on the change of times.
Right. On the change of times and the change of people. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. Because people do change.
Because I watch that and I look at that as saying, well, damn, you know, like guys go heavy.
It's not my cup of tea all the way. You feel what I'm saying? But I have been on there
when you was
like
on
one
there,
time.
When you was on there, right? Yeah. I called you, and I commended you because I don't really be on the joint. I only really tapped in because I knew, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I commended you on how you carried it. Remember? Because I said you carried it the right way.
Absolutely.
Because you don't see a lot of guys get on there and carry it like that.
Not
held it all the way down.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But that's what I think that element is needed a lot of times to break up that other crap.
Right.
Because
you ain't gonna always get that though.
Because a joker, the way I be hearing them guys going back and forth, joker get hurt off in that lane too.
It's all trolling. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
It's never worth it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody losing their life or getting hurt behind something on a social media app.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? It's never worth it. Sure. So my whole thing with that shit is like, if you're gonna be a guy that's trolling, don't try to act like you a real motherfucker, a real nigga. Right. You feel what I'm saying? In the same breath, just be a troll.
He got
and live it and own it and you know, accept everything that come with it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
So that's my whole take with it. And some people, like a Whack 100, he committed to being a troll and he wanted to accept everything that come with it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. It's cool. Now, if you had to tell a youth in closing, right, if you had to tell the Gen Z youth, this young generation, that's up and coming, your youngins, something positive, a jewel, something that they could take and put in their pocket and carry with them for the rest of their life, and it'll make their life better.
Right.
And they, you know what I mean? What would you tell the youth, man?
I mean, I would tell them like I would want somebody to tell me, basically, you know, don't put the cart before the horse. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you put the cart before the horse, you're going nowhere. If you put the horse in front of the cart, you can go miles. You're going to pull it. You're going to pull tons. You feel what I'm saying? And you can go a long way like that. Don't be in your own way. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the old head on Bronx Tales, he said it, don't be a waste of talent.
Right.
And I always took that as, don't be a piece of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Always be honorable, stand up, you know what I'm saying, and have the best of character.
Y'all heard this from Teefy Bay.
Absolutely.
We heard from Teefy Bay today, man. I appreciate you coming, my guy.
I already know shit.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Medical law feet, man. We signing off, man. We to the point got another one.
You already know.
What's up?
Bob Sobino, the Casamigo. 29 Fox Skybox watching the Eagles. I stay away from crowds, I ain't too fond of people. That way I'm the